Ma'am, stop right there. Where are you coming from?
I just finished work. I'm heading home.
Work? Here at the university?
Yes, I work here.
Huh, okay, sure. Doing what exactly? Cleaning staff?
No, I'm in administration.
Right, well, we've had reports of suspicious activity. I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle. Now.
My daughter's...
Ma'am, stop right there. Where are you coming from? I just finished work. I'm heading home. Work here at the university. Yes, I work here. Okay, sure. Doing what exactly? Cleaning staff. No, I'm in administration. Right, well, we've had reports of suspicious activity. I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle. Now. I haven't done anything wrong. That's not your call to make. Out now, don't make this difficult. Officer Daniel Morrow had no idea what he just walked into. In the next 47 minutes, he would lose his badge, he would lose his freedom, and he would face a $33 million lawsuit. The woman he just ordered out of her car was not cleaning staff. She was Dr. Patricia Okonkwo. She was the dean of students at Hartwell University. She had held that job for 11 years. But that was not even the worst part for Officer Morrow. Dr. Okonkwo also sat on the Police Academy Review Board. That board decides if officers keep their jobs. She had signed off on Morrow's graduation from the academy 3 years earlier. And his body cam was recording everything, every assumption, every insult, every mistake. Before I continue, let me ask you something. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone in power? Drop your answer in the comments. This is the story of how one traffic stop destroyed a cop's entire life. But Officer Morrow had no idea who he just pulled over. Dr. Patricia Okonkwo earned her Ph.D. from Columbia University. That is one of the best schools in the country. She studied how to run colleges and help students succeed. She worked at Georgetown University for 6 years. Then Hartwell hired her as dean. She ran a team of 47 people. Her department had a budget of $12 million a year. But here is what really matters. 4 years ago, the city asked her to join the Police Academy Review Board. This board watches over cops. They decide who stays and who goes. She said yes. She went through special training. She learned about civil rights. She learned what cops can and cannot do. She sat in on 3 cases where officers broke the rules. And in 2021, she looked at a file for a young officer named Daniel Morrow. She saw 2 complaints already in his record, but she approved his graduation anyway. At home, she was a single mom. She had 2 teenage boys. She taught them how to act if police ever stopped them. Keep your hands visible. Stay calm, be polite. On this Thursday in October, she just wanted to get home. She wanted to make dinner for her kids. She had no idea she was about to become famous. Officer Daniel Morrow had a pattern, and his bosses had been ignoring it for years. Morrow was 34 years old. He had been a cop for 6 years. His dad was a retired police sergeant. That helped him get hired. For the last 3 years, Morrow worked the university area. He said he liked proactive patrol. That meant stopping people before they did anything wrong. But here is the problem. Morrow had 14 complaints in 6 years. 11 of those complaints came from Black or Latino drivers. Every single complaint was thrown out. The department called them unfounded. Now here is what happened before. In 2019, Morrow stopped a Black professor outside faculty housing. He held him for 45 minutes. No charges. The complaint was dismissed. In 2021, he pulled over a Latino maintenance worker 3 times in 1 month. The same guy, 3 times. The worker filed a harassment complaint. The department said there was not enough proof. In 2022, he handcuffed a Black female student. He said she matched a suspect description, but she was 5 feet 2 inches tall. The suspect was a 6 foot 1 inch man. They looked nothing alike. That complaint was dismissed too. His sergeant wrote that Morrow was overzealous but effective. The police union protected him twice. Type pattern in the comments if you see what was happening here. But this time Morrow picked the wrong target, and this time the whole world would be watching. It was Thursday, October 12, 2023. The time was 6:47 in the evening. The sun was going down over Hartwell University. Leaves were changing colors. Students walked to their evening classes. Teachers headed home after a long day. Dr. Okonkwo left her office at 6:40. She had just finished a budget meeting. She stopped in the parking lot to talk to a friend. Then she got in her black Mercedes and drove toward the exit. Officer Morrow was parked near that exit. He sat in an unmarked car. He had been watching vehicles leave for 20 minutes. When Dr. Okonkwo's car passed him, he started his engine. His bodycam turned on. He followed her for 200 yards. Then he hit his lights. His bodycam picked up what he said to himself. Let's see who this is. There were no reports of suspicious activity that night. He made that up. There was no reason to stop her. He just wanted to see who was driving a nice car off campus. Dr. Okonkwo pulled over right away. She put her hands on the steering wheel where he could see them. She had taught her sons to do the same thing. If stories like this matter to you, hit that subscribe button right now. What happened next would be seen by 47 million people. Morrow walked up to her window. He did not say his name. He did not say why he stopped her. That was already against the rules. Where are you coming from? Dr. Okonkwo stayed calm. I just finished work. I'm heading home. Morrow looked at her, looked at the car, looked back at her. Work here, at the university. Yes, I work here. Okay, sure. You can hear it in his voice on the bodycam. He did not believe her. Doing what exactly? Cleaning staff. No, I'm in administration. She handed him her driver's license, her faculty parking pass, her university ID, 3 forms of proof. He looked at them for about 2 seconds. Then he tossed them back through the window. These don't prove anything. Anyone can get a fake ID. You can call campus security. They know me. I don't need to call anyone. His voice got harder. Step out of the vehicle, now. Dr. Okonkwo asked a simple question. Am I being detained? That made him angry. He opened her car door. He grabbed her arm. You're resisting. Stop resisting. She was not resisting. The video shows her sitting still, but he said it anyway. He pulled her out of the car. He pushed her against the hood. The metal was hot from the engine. He put handcuffs on her wrists. 2 students saw this happen. They pulled out their phones. They started recording. A campus security officer drove up. He saw what was going on. Another teacher walked by. She recognized Dr. Okonkwo. She yelled out, "That's the dean." Morrow did not care. He kept her pinned to the car. Let me know in the comments, what would you do if this happened to you? What Officer Morrow did not know was that Dr. Okonkwo had signed off on his badge, and she remembered his name. The campus security officer got out of his car. His name was Sergeant Marcus Webb. He had worked at Hartwell for 15 years. He knew everyone. He walked up to the scene. He looked at the woman in handcuffs. His face changed. Officer, do you know who you have in handcuffs right now? Morrow did not look up. Some woman claiming to work here. That's Dr. Okonkwo. She's the dean of students. Morrow paused. Just for a second, the bodycam caught it. Then he doubled down. I don't care if she's the president. She was acting suspicious. Webb took a breath. Then he said the words that changed everything. She's also on the police academy review board. Morrow's face went pale. You can see it on the video. The moment he understood. Dr. Okonkwo was still in handcuffs, still calm, still in control. She spoke clearly. Officer Morrow, badge number 4471. I remember your file. I approved your graduation in 2021. Morrow said nothing. I also remember the 2 complaints that were in your record before you even started. He still said nothing, because what could he say? By now, 3 people were recording on their phones. Jordan Chen was a junior at Hartwell. He wanted to be a lawyer. He had 4 minutes of video from the start of the stop. Dr. Robert Holloway taught chemistry. He called 911 to report an officer assaulting faculty member. Sergeant Webb had his own bodycam running. That made 2 official recordings. There was also a campus security camera at the exit. It caught the whole thing from another angle. And Dr. Okonkwo had a dash cam in her car. She had installed it the year before. Her son had been pulled over for no reason. She wanted proof if it ever happened to her. So there were now 5 different videos of this stop. 2 more police officers showed up. Morrow tried to explain. She was being uncooperative. The senior officer asked to see the body cam footage. Right there, on the scene, Morrow had to show him. The senior officer watched for about 2 minutes. Then he looked at Morrow. "Danny, what did you do?" They took the handcuffs off Dr. Okonkwo. She had been cuffed for 12 minutes. There were red marks on her wrists. She stayed calm. She asked for the badge numbers of every officer there. Then she said one thing. "I want the body cam footage saved, all of it." Morrow tried to backtrack. "Ma'am, I was just doing my job. There have been car thefts in the area. I didn't know who you were." Dr. Okonkwo looked at him. "That's exactly the problem, officer. Type exactly in the comments if you understand what she meant." By now, Morrow was starting to understand. This was not going to disappear. This was not going to be another dismissed complaint. He had just ended his own career, and he did it on camera. Things moved fast after that night. By 10 p.m., Officer Morrow was on leave. The police chief herself made the call. Her name was Angela Morrison. She called Dr. Okonkwo personally to say sorry. The department opened an investigation right away. Why marked it Priority 1? That means drop everything else. They collected all the footage. The body cam, the phone videos, the campus camera, the dash cam. Nothing was deleted, nothing was edited. Then they checked Morrow's story. He said there were suspicious activity reports that night. They checked with dispatch. 0 calls about the campus area that evening. He lied. He said Dr. Okonkwo was uncooperative. The body cam showed her sitting still, hands visible, voice calm. She followed every instruction. He lied again. He said she matched a description. There were no active alerts in the area, no descriptions to match. Another lie. He said he followed standard procedure. He never said his name, never said why he stopped her, never wrote down a reason. All required, all skipped. The investigation went deeper. They pulled every complaint ever filed against Morrow, all 14 of them. They looked at who filed them. 11 came from Black or Latino drivers. That was not a coincidence. They reopened every case. If you believe officers should be held to a higher standard, hit that subscribe button. Here is what happened next. Day 3, Morrow was suspended without pay. Day 7, they started the process to fire him. Day 14, he was officially terminated. The reasons were conduct unbecoming and violation of civil rights. Day 21, the case went to the district attorney for criminal charges. The police union usually protects officers. At first, they defended Morrow, but then the body cam footage went public. The union backed away. Their president said, "The evidence speaks for itself." Dr. Okonkwo went to the campus health center. They treated the marks on her wrists. She gave a formal statement to investigators. She did not talk to the press for 3 days. She wanted to get the facts straight first. But there was one thing she could not control. Her sons saw the video online. They saw their mother's face pressed against a car. They saw it before she could tell them what happened. The consequences were just starting, because one of those students with a phone had just uploaded his video to Twitter. Jordan Chen posted his video at 9 p.m. that night. He wrote a simple caption. "Cop just arrested our dean for being black on campus." By 10 p.m., the video had 50,000 views. Local activists started sharing it. By midnight, it hit 500,000 views. The hashtag Justice for Dr. Okonkwo was trending in Maryland. By Friday morning, the video had 2.3 million views. CNN called. MSNBC called. Even Fox News called. Everyone wanted an interview. By Friday night, 8 million views. The story went around the world. BBC covered it. The Guardian covered it. Al Jazeera covered it. By Sunday, 47 million people had seen some version of this story. The video spread everywhere. On Twitter, 12 million views, 340,000 retweets. On TikTok, 18 million views. People made reaction videos. On Instagram, 9 million views. On YouTube, news channels made compilations, 8 million more views. People had a lot to say. She's on the board that approved his badge. You can't make this up. That comment got 47,000 likes. He assumed Dean of Students equals cleaning staff. That tells you everything. 89,000 likes. She stayed calmer than I ever could. That's years of practice. 156,000 likes. Students at Hartwell organized a walk to support Dr. Okonkwo. 2,000 people showed up. The university president made a public statement. He stood with the dean. Morrow tried to give an interview to a local news station. His lawyer stopped him. His wife deleted all their social media accounts. Someone leaked his parents' address. The family had to move. Comment below. Should his family face consequences for what he did? 3 days later, the district attorney held a press conference. Daniel Morrow's nightmare got even worse. Word count 330. Legal consequences 17/00-1930. The district attorney announced charges on day 10. Count 1. Violating civil rights under color of law. That is a federal crime. Count 2. False imprisonment. Count 3. Assault. Count 4. Filing a false police report. Count 5. Official misconduct. 5 charges. The FBI also opened their own investigation. Dr. Okonkwo filed a lawsuit on day 14. She sued Officer Morrow. She sued the police department. She sued the city. Her lawyer said Morrow violated the Fourth Amendment. That protects people from unfair searches and seizures. They said he violated the 14th Amendment. That gives everyone equal protection under the law. Wait until you hear what they found during the lawsuit. Internal emails showed that complaints against Morrow were always dismissed. One supervisor wrote, "Danny's a good cop. He just needs to pick his battles better." The union had pressured investigators to close cases fast. 6 other officers had the same pattern of complaints. Nobody did anything about it. The criminal trial happened in March 2024. The prosecutors offered Morrow a deal: plead guilty, get 2 years in prison. He said no, he wanted a trial. The jury watched the body cam footage. They heard the witnesses. They took 4 hours to decide. Guilty on all 5 counts. The judge gave him 5 years in federal prison. No chance for early release on the civil rights charge. Now here is the money part. The civil lawsuit was settled in June 2024. The city agreed to pay $25 million for damages, $5 million in extra penalties, $3 million for lawyer fees. The total was $33 million. That was the largest police misconduct settlement in state history. But that was not all. The city had to change its rules. Every officer now gets bias training. A new civilian board can investigate any cop. All bodycam footage is saved automatically, and they track complaints now. If an officer gets too many, it triggers a review. What happened to Morrow personally? His career is over. He can never be a cop again, anywhere. He is in prison for 5 years. He filed for bankruptcy. He has no money left. His wife filed for divorce during the trial. His name will always be linked to this case. And the department. 47 old cases involving Morrow are being reviewed. 12 people he arrested already had their convictions thrown out. But for Dr. Okonkwo, this was never about money. In June 2024, Dr. Okonkwo held a press conference. It was the day the settlement was announced. She stood in the Hartwell University auditorium. Her family was behind her. Her lawyers stood nearby. Students filled the seats. She spoke slowly. Every word mattered. I spent my whole career making safe spaces for students. In 12 minutes, I learned I am not safe myself. My sons watched that video. They saw their mother's face pressed against a car hood. That image does not go away. I could not sleep for weeks. Every time I left campus, my heart raced. She talked about what she learned. I sat on the board that approved his badge. I believed the system worked. I was wrong. If this happened to me, with all my degrees and connections, what happens to the student who has nothing? What happens to the janitor, the cafeteria worker, the young black man just walking to class? She had a message for everyone watching. Write things down, know your rights, but also know that you should not have to. The person being hurt should not have to prove they are innocent. She explained what she would do with the money. This money will pay for scholarships. It will pay for legal help for others. It will keep the fight going. Then she said her final words. Officer Morrow looked at me and saw a suspect. He should have seen a citizen. Until that changes, none of us are safe. This case showed a bigger problem. Black drivers are 20% more likely to be stopped than white drivers. They are twice as likely to be searched, but they are less likely to have done anything wrong. Only 1 in 12 police complaints leads to any punishment. Dr. Okonkwo had power, she had money, she had proof, she had connections. Most people have none of that. That is the real problem. So let me ask you, should officers with more than 10 complaints still be working? Should it take a viral video for a department to admit what they already knew? Should a black woman need a PhD and a seat on the oversight board just to be treated like a human being during a traffic stop? Because if we do not fix the systems that protect bad cops, we are just waiting. Waiting for the next Daniel Morrow, the next Dr. Okonkwo, the next video that never should have existed. Comment below if you believe 5 years was not enough. Comment if you think the people who ignored those 14 complaints should face consequences too. If you think stories like this matter, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. We are going to keep pulling bodycam footage. We are going to keep exposing patterns. We are going to keep demanding that protect and serve means everyone. This was not about one racist cop. It was about a system that let him happen. Daniel Morrow did not fail the system. The system failed all of us, including, eventually, him. See you in the next one.